Ohio State splattered Iowa yesterday. We all knew they would. They took a 7-0 lead. I kid you not. I looked at someone standing next to me, and I put my phone away, and I said, all right, well, we can check out of this one. One chalice on the 1-5 Chali rating system. What does an elite team do? An elite team takes inferior teams and disposes of them and never gives them any oxygen. And so some people knock that. I don't know how, but they look at it and they say, oh, I can't give you any credit because you haven't played anyone. Well, I'll look at it and I'll say, but if you disposed of all of them, you could be an elite team because that's what elite teams do. It doesn't prove you are. This week will go a long way in doing that because they play at Oregon this week, and we'll be there for that game. But Ohio State was 5 for 5 for 35 points in the red zone. That is destruction. It's not even domination. That's destruction. And this is Iowa that we're talking about. Ohio State met the freeze point, didn't they? They were the team that was able to turn Iowa into a bend and break defense instead of a bend but don't break defense. Iowa, by the way, in the least shocking headline imaginable, 0 red zone trips. 0 red zone. Ohio State allegedly pretty good defensively. So, week 5, best offense they faced is probably Michigan State. That's Ohio State. That's probably the best they faced so far. Love what I've seen from Will Howard so far. Really, really good in the red zone especially. They look improved on the offensive line. Oregon is 10 times the challenge that anyone they will have played so far will be. Specifically, the defensive front of Oregon can get after you. And you're going to play on the road in what absolutely is the most hostile place you will have played all year. And then you would go to Penn State in a couple of weeks and you'll get another dose of it. But I look at the Oregon game, and I kind of think that's the Michigan game this year. Penn State could have a lot to say about that. I don't mean in the form of like overtaking the rivalry, nothing like that. I'm saying the challenge that you've come to expect Michigan to give you the last few years, that's Oregon and Penn State, but it may be Oregon even more so than Penn State this year. And the reason I mention that is because that game is this week. Ohio State is the overwhelming favorite right now to win the Big Ten. Oregon is number 2. And then there's a little distance, and then Penn State number 3, and the rest of the field. Indiana. How about Indiana having better odds to win the thing than Michigan and USC at this point? Interesting.